Once upon a time, there was a businessman named Fariss living in a bustling city, but he was facing the worst nightmare of his life. After years of hard work, he had sunk into debt due to a failed project. One day, while sitting in a public park, surrounded by dark thoughts, he felt a deep despair. He had no idea how to save his company from bankruptcy. Suddenly, an old man with a white beard and wise, sparkling eyes approached him. He said, "I see you have heavy burdens." Fariss began to tell his story, how he had lost everything he had worked for. The old man looked at him with compassion, then took out a check from his pocket and handed it to him, saying, "This is a check for $500,000. It's yours, but you must return the amount to me after a year." Fariss was overwhelmed with astonishment. The check bore the signature of John D. Rockefeller. He was filled with mixed emotions. Could this really be true? But instead of cashing the check, he decided to use it as a source of confidence, gathering his courage and starting to work again. In the following days, Fariss began negotiating with creditors with determination, making deals with investors who did not expect him to succeed. However, as he fought to achieve his dreams, a fierce competitor named Adele emerged, who owned a larger company and considered Fariss a threat. Adele did not hesitate to attempt to undermine Fariss, even trying to lure creditors with better offers. Nevertheless, Fariss did not lose hope. He invested his time in strengthening relationships and came up with new ideas to boost his sales. In the heat of battle, he began to achieve noticeable profits, and his name started to resonate throughout the city. As the time to return to the old man approached, Fariss found himself in a constant struggle with Adele. One night, Adele executed an underhanded maneuver to undermine Fariss's efforts, leaving him feeling desperate. But in that critical moment, he remembered the check and the old man's determination. He realized that true strength lies in willpower and confidence. After a year, Fariss returned to the park, filled with excitement. But a nurse suddenly appeared, taking the old man by the hand and said, "Finally, I found you. You've been in the hospital this whole time, and it seems you've troubled this man." Fariss was stunned as he realized he had been talking to a man who had escaped from a mental hospital. But what shocked him even more was that throughout that year, it had been he who changed the course of his life thanks to his faith in himself and his skills. In the end, Fariss understood that success did not come from money, but from the confidence and determination he had gained. Nevertheless, he kept the old man's check as a memory of that thrilling journey.